Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Halo World Championship Online Qualifier from North America. Number one. We're at semifinals. We got Let's Get This Money versus Evil Geniuses tied at 1-1 in the series. It's been close so far.
It's been fantastic.
It's been a great series. There, of course, a look at our series layout. 3-2 was the Coliseum on CTF. That was an insanely close game. And then we were over to game 2, 50-44. Empire Slayer. But now we move over to altitude on Breakout. First time we've seen Breakout today.
That's right. I'm pumped for this one. You know, although I love me some arena Breakout, I can accept Breakout. But let's go ahead and jump into the action here, folks. You have Roy on your screen, and for Breakout, it's, you know, as soon as you get numbers, you kind of just have to make your play, right? That's the thing about Breakout, and they actually ended up making that happen. So 2 kills in a row for EG, looking pretty good so far. Only one member, as a matter of fact, left alive. It's going to be Prototype. He's trapped all the way in the back, and nothing happens there.
Yep, he's gonna fall when EG just kind of run at you like that. It's a scary time to be alive as they pick up round number 1. I thought that said round number 2 when we were watching, but who knows? Visual bugs for the win. Looking at Snipe Down from the beginning. Is he going to play for that BR? Looks as if he's going to make his way up there. Waiting to see if any of those pre-nades fly over.
Yeah, and there's actually no one around there. He has to be cautious about Prototype, though. Prototype is on the move, so this could be pretty bad if he's not careful.
Just like that?
Never mind, Prototype. So, you know,
he was able to pick up 1. He got lethal, and then
he did his job, right? He made it 3-3. I mean, you know, sometimes around that flank, you don't know what you're going to get around the other side, but when you have a battle rifle and Breakout, you can pretty much comfortably. And when it's a player like Snipe Down, you can comfortably say, like, that's curtains.
It's a 2v1, and I think Snipe Down got that call out from his teammate. Judging by the angle he threw his nade and where he was looking towards, doesn't even matter. Teammate's going to clean up the kill. Evil Geniuses 2-0 in the lead now. Let's take a look at someone from Let's Get This Money, though. They've struggled a little bit off the early rounds. Let's see, Prototype, he was causing a little bit of a nuisance last round. We'll stay with him and see if he can try and do something familiar. There's the grenade over to that far right-hand side to see if anyone was looking to challenge the blue VR, but no one there.
Yeah, I'm looking for something juicy fruit there with the pick on APG, so or geez, for lethal. It's never gonna get used to that. You should change your gamer tag. You're part of EG. They should give you money to change it. But you know, I think.
Oh no!
Gracious, Roy with the stop Prototype. Not expecting that one, but he will be alone and will fall. That will put one on the board for our boys over in Let's Get This Money. And you know what, though? Think about Breakout. You're seeing how quickly these games are just like rolling, right? This is the pace of Breakout when the top players play it, especially on a map like Altitude, which doesn't provide you with many opportunities to be able to get aggressive on the other side. You really only have that one flank underneath, maybe pushing up on either of the top sides here, but your choices are pretty limited with the way that Altitude is.
Especially when someone runs at you with an SMG like that.
Very true. That too.
Just sit there and just take it.
Basically. One member left alive. It's going to be Snipe Down. Oh, he gets the nade on Posey.
1v1.
2 veterans here duking it out, and oh man.
Oh, he's so weak, he's dead, surely. Yep, he will fall. Well played there from Let's Get This Money. 2-2 now in rounds. Of course, it will be first to 5. And we'll go back over to Evil Geniuses. Let's Get This Money 2 rounds in a row. Let's see Roy. Haven't seen really much of Roy. He's currently sitting at 4 kills so far. Lethal, currently on a goose egg.
Yeah, well, there are no gooses in Breakout. Okay, it's a well-known fact, man. Okay,
there's definitely.
No, well, I mean, think about it like this round-based game type. You know, it's a different kind of.
I don't care. It's a goose egg.
Different kind of.
Does it say 0? If it says 0, you're on for a James Bond. You're on for a 007. That's all that matters. Okay.
Well, despite that, though, Lethal trying to work with his teammate.
Did Lethal not call that out? Because that was very, very strange. Snipe Down was moving across as if he had no idea that someone was there. I think Lethal, to get off the goose egg, completely baited out Snipe Down.
Maybe. And you know what? If there's one person who would do it, it would be Lethal. And that's going to be a second kill for him. Lethal finds him. 3-2 now, Benson.
I'm onto Lethal.
You're onto his game?
I'm quickly catching on to his game plan. I see you, Lethal. Nothing I don't notice. I see these things.
Good old Lethal.
Evil Genius is now once again in the lead 3-2. Do you want a fun fact so far? For all 5 rounds, the team of side spectating has won.
Okay. Let's see if this is gonna happen. Ben, you make these bold predictions.
I control the destiny of this game.
Okay.
Do you know how scary that is?
All right, let's see. Switch mid-game. Let's see if they win.
I'm not. No. The team I started on board with
Okay.
has won the round.
Sure. All right. So switch to the team coming up next.
Oh yeah, I will.
Next round.
I will. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it a close game. Don't you worry. I'll do it for the fans. I'll make it a 4-4.
Round 1.
I'm a man of the people.
I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are, Ben.
Just watch. Just watch. When it happens, embrace it. Just embrace
All right. If this happens, you might, as
I don't know who to watch in the last round. In last round, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to pick favorites at that point.
Yeah, no, it's true.
All right, so who's gonna pay me the most?
All right, well, let's see. Oh no! Ironic.
Oh,
he ends up getting picked off. That's gonna be 2 down there. No, don't flip the game.
I tried to change player. Like we don't want to watch it. Oh well, that didn't work. The final round doesn't matter.
That will do it.
For all of the
GG.
6 rounds, it worked.
GG for EG as they take that one 5-2. That was actually a rather quick matchup, a breakout there. EG was all over them, and a solid performance across the board for the whole team.
Yeah, nice plays. Definitely looked very, very dominant. That's for sure. Is the next map up now?
No, it's not up yet. Yeah,
Just checking.
waiting for it.
But overall, as you said, fantastic plays from Evil Geniuses. Won the first 2 rounds, lost the next 2, and then won the following 3. Pretty simple stuff for them on Altitude Breakout. That gives them now...
Not really much to break down on that one, honestly.
I thought you were going to break out with me some stats.
Oh, man, that's a terrible pun.
Sorry, I'll stop.
So we have Eden Strongholds coming up next here, folks. And that will be fun because we're going back to objective, which means we could see another just absolutely close matchup.
I expect it.
For Let's Get This Money, though, they have to win this one. They have to win Eden. Obviously, it goes without saying. I mean, this is pretty much a series point for their EG. But the reason why I say that is because they're going to Slayer next. And I do feel like this squad is very confident in their Slayer based on what we saw in that Empire matchup.
I agree. For me, this is going to come down to, can Let's Get This Money control OS, Camo, and Rockets more efficiently than Evil Geniuses? Because EG, I've said it a lot today because it's just been so true, their control of the power weapons has just been so dominant that it's borderline scary, to be completely honest with you. But off the break, going to be on board with Snipe Down. He's going to control Red Nest already. 2 of his teammates picking up kills. And he should be good to get Red Nest. He does so. And now as he makes his way over towards Blue Bend, maybe I'd get a pick. But just going to control those rockets instead.
Yeah, those rockets just land in his hand there, and this is not looking good for Let's Get This Money. Posey, though, managing to stay alive. I don't think he had any idea that Posey was still there. Back over to Roy, though. Finds one. That's going to be easy pickings for him as well. This is they need to be able to get this one, obviously, to get that timer rolling in their favor. Who is this, actually? I want to jump over to him. Posey's fighting someone down at the bottom mid. It's going to be Juicy Fruit, actually, up front, as well as Prototype, who ends up getting the kill there. Find much out of that one, though, is Ironic will have the rockets that were picked up beforehand and doesn't get a pick with it, but still, that was good, right? It stopped that guy from actually getting aggressive and challenging. But now, for Ironic and the crew, they simply just need to push up on Catwalk. That's it. Or they rotate around to Red Nest and then get Catwalk, but either way, you want Catwalk.
That's exactly what they've done. They're on Red Nest right now. It's going to be Prototype. He will fall. And EG are going to defend Catwalk with their life. As you said, it's such an important stronghold to control. As it's actually going to be 3 strongholds under Evil Genius's control. They're going to be getting 2 points now as opposed to just that 1. And that lead could spiral out of control early, especially when EG is shooting the way they are right now. Trades at minimum coming in from EG, and Let's Get This Money not able to get control of anything. They are spawning and dying consistently in waves. EG have them locked in a horrible, horrible position, and they are rotating perfectly to defend each one of their strongholds. Team shooting coming in to perfection. Prototype one shot, he's really not gonna be able to do anything.
At this point now,
are they about to goose them?
Yeah, at this point now, you're just going for
just get something.
You're putting your effort on one.
Just call out. Let's say, hey, let's go for Red Nest. Let's go for Blue Bend. It looks like Blue Bend is going to be the fight that they kind of dedicate their course to. Finally, they're able to get one. But Red Team halfway to victory. Already, Golden Boy. This is scary.
Again, when a team like EG gets on a roll with strongholds, it could be pretty bad. And there goes the camo pickup there for Roy, so that's going to get burned at around 133. Meanwhile, Lunchbox now, he knows that there could be someone by Catwalk because he is going to see that bar progressing forward. big opportunity here for Let's Get This Money to be able to put some points on the board.
I thought this was going to be a close game. I really did.
And it still can be, right? The thing about Stronghold is that
I
a
don't
team
know.
can't come back at any point in time.
I mean, theoretically, yes, but after you get demoralized pretty badly off the break, 65-0, you haven't got a single point so far this game.
Yeah, no, it's true.
65
I don't
points.
disagree with that. I would just tell you that, Strongholds are the kind of game type where if you get on a hot streak, you can't come back. It's not impossible. It's hard, don't get me wrong. I mean, but then again, that's why you shouldn't go down 71-0. But, I mean, it is doable. Needless to say, though, for Let's Get This Money, EG is looking to put this one to bed real quick because they are only 25 points away, and we could see the goosiest of eggs being laid by Let's Get This Money in the points category if they're not careful.
I finally, Let's Get This Money, seem to have a little bit of a setup. They just now need to win these few gunfights, and it looks as if they may be able to get some control. This is a big win if you can get it. Ironic with the assist. Catwalk should be going under their control as well. Look at Red Nest. They are actually going to go for a trip cap here if they can potentially get the player off Blue Bend. They're finally picking up some points, so we're not going to see a goose egg.
Yeah,
so
and again, like I said, they could realistically hold this one down, right? With the same way that EG held them, right? It's just, you try, you continue to push up. Let them have Blue Bend, right? I mean, of course, you'd probably prefer them not to have Blue Bend, but that's a situation there that you don't want to happen when you give up that catwalk control like that, because now they're actually fighting back from the outside, which is not where you want to be.
Someone with OS control as well for Let's Get This Money, so you could potentially see them use this efficiently to try and get that 2-1 flag advantage back. They currently EG are picking up points, 88. They only need 12 points now before finally 2-1 Stronghold control goes back in favor of Let's Get This Money. This would be a truly heroic comeback if they're able to do it, but it's going to be a long game for Let's Get This Money, and they can't afford to make mistakes. Their shot needs to be crisp. They need to be controlling all power weapons if they're going to have any chance of doing it. Tyronic is able to pick up one. Now losing Red Nest, though. Peaks gets the second. Nice double kill from him and resets the Stronghold as well. This could be the start of something special.
Yeah, potentially. If Prototype's going to be able to come up clutch here and win this battle, but he cannot. And of course, that was a hard one, right? You had 3 members of EG looking right at you at that moment. There's just not much you can do. But Posey's BR, though, is looking to cause a lot of problems as the players of Evil Geniuses are spawning in the back of that catwalk room. And I actually really like what's going on here for Let's Get This Money. They're fighting their way back. They're almost within, halfway point of catching up to EG's lead. But as EG makes their way over to Blue Bend, that's when you have to start thinking about catwalk so you can continuously build up upon this lead.
I'm still not believing that this is possible. I'll be very, very surprised.
This is the push that's going to matter the most here. If they're not able to win this one, yeah, then that's very well GG. I mean, if they could stop Red Nest and then start capping on this one, then maybe. But it's going to be tough. Pretty much Juicy needs to be looking left right now because that's literally where everyone's going to be coming from.
He's going to get it, and it's 97.
He was really far out from
98, 99 any second now, and Blue Bend will be capped. So 0 room for error for Let's Get This Money. And as we say that, 3 players fall. Ironic needs a big defensive stance. In fact, he's not going to be able to get there in time. GG, Evil Geniuses, as expected by many, progress through to today's grand final.
Yeah, not an easy one at all, but taking a look at the score here. We have APG with, Lethal with 17 kills. Again, a good showing from him, as well as in captures, to just continuously put himself in a good position there. Honestly, I would say that had Let's Get This Money been able to play like that at the start of this matchup, this would have been a much closer game, but they got outclassed at the beginning.
Slow. They started very, very slow. They didn't control any of the power-ups on the map, and Evil Geniuses just got into that massive, massive rhythm. They even pushed for 3 stronghold control, not just 2-1. They were feeling very, very confident, and there comes a time, like, yes, as you said, you can make comebacks. We saw at the start of a comeback, but there comes a time where you've just dug yourself too big of a hole.
Yeah, like if you were looking at maybe 70 points there, probably for EG, then I would say, yeah, you know, that 50-point comeback that Let's Get This Money had, very realistic, very doable for them, or 49-point comeback, excuse me. But because they were already so far ahead, they were up like 88 points at that time.
It was huge. It was a huge lead, right?
It was a huge lead for them to build up upon. Just the fact that they were able to do it all together was just impressive. Needless to say, though, looking forward to seeing what Let's Get This Money can do, because they certainly have proven that they can hang with Evil Geniuses. Games 1 and 2 were insanely competitive, and even the tail end of that Eden Strongholds matchup really showed that Let's Get This Money is a squad to look out for going through the rest of these qualifiers.
I mean, you think about it, that's 2,000 points per player right there.
Huge.
That's a lot of points you managed to get. Let's take a look at the bracket. Just update you with where everyone is at. Of course, the top side of the bracket progressed through rather quickly, as Evil Geniuses have progressed to the grand final. Now, this is where it gets interesting. They're going to have a little bit of a wait before that game gets underway. There was a big delay at round 5, I believe, as Team Envy is still waiting to play their top 8 match. Wonder if that will play Overdrive before meeting Evil Geniuses in the grand final. For now, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we return, more Halo 5 Guardian action.